Hey everybody, and welcome to the Book Promotion Library video series here with tips, help, whatever you need to get your author career going and fostering. I want to take a moment today. Today's video is about impatient writers. And I don't think it's the impatience on the writing part of it, but it is on the book sales part of it. You have to understand, especially you out there that are independent writers, indie writers, self-published authors, this is not a fast-moving process. You're not going to get this done in one day, and tomorrow you're going to be selling hundreds of thousands of books. It's just not the way it's going to work. That would be like, in essence, hitting the lottery. You would do that so fast that it's like hitting the lottery. But for most of us, that's not the case. I've been working at this for 10 years, and I'm just now starting to get a really, really strong foothold in the marketplace for my books, and it's exciting. Now, it's been a long time coming. I've learned a lot of things. I've found out a lot of things that don't work right. But as authors and with book sales, we've got to be not so impatient. We have to understand that our books have to get in front of people. They have to keep going, and this is a constant battle. I often tell people this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. You're going to have to be in it for the long haul. If you really want to market your books and get book sales and things to that nature, you're going to have to be in it for the long haul. And that means, understanding that as soon as you put your book up, book sales are not just going to happen. First of all, there's millions and millions of books on Amazon or any other platform that's out there that people can see. What are you doing to get people to see your book? Are you just posting it on your social media? Well, how many people do you have on your social media? Is that where they're going to find it at? Is that where the average person is going to find it? If you think that just putting your book on Amazon and people are just going to stumble across it, you're pretty crazy. I don't even know. I'm sure there's close to 1 billion things on Amazon, all through all their sales. And to just stumble across your book is going to be crazy. So you have to do the research. You have to put the time in. You have to figure out what works best for you and what you can do to promote your book. And it's not going to be quick. I just want to tell you that you have to have a little patience. That's why it's so exciting when somebody does have a little breakthrough and they can celebrate in that way. But we need to learn to celebrate the small steps as we're going. As like I said, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. So every time you have a book sale, you should celebrate that, because I think the average person that writes a book, these indie authors, self-published authors, the average sells 70 of that book in a lifetime. Doesn't sound like a lot. Not going to make a good living off of that, but that's the average. But you can break the average and you can be way more. There's a lot of people that put out books, and like I said, they don't do anything to market them. They don't do anything to share them. They think that just by putting on Amazon, people are going to flock to it. Oh, the title's great. Everything's going to work. And I'm going to, open up my email tomorrow and go to my Amazon KDP store, and I'm going to have 1 million book sales. Those are people that sell one book. Then they're just flustered. They're done. This didn't work. I don't even know why I wasted my time with it. Well, that's not the case. I've been lucky enough to work with several authors in the past, and they understand this. They understand the process. I love authors that write series, because they're continuing to write their craft while they're continuing to promote their first book, and the first book promotes the second book, and the second book promotes the third book. In that manner. So series are very good at that, because you can start to piggyback off of some of the other writings that you've done and some of the other marketing that you've done. But the big thing is, I've got to tell you, authors, you've got to be patient. You can't think that it's going to happen tomorrow. It would be great if it did, and for any lucky person that happens, bravo to you. You have hit the lottery. Let's just say it that way. But authors, you got to be realistic. People are not going to find your book just because you put it out there. You got to get it in front of people, and that is the lifelong journey of being an author: is putting your books out there, sharing your books, getting in front of people, talking about your book, getting the word of mouth, getting reviews, getting using services to help promote your book. All those things add up. And if you think that just one thing is going to make it or break it, you're crazy. It's a lifetime. Being an author is a lifetime of fun. It's a lifetime of heartache. It's a lifetime of very strenuous work in that sense. But it's so fulfilling when you get your book on somebody's shelf in their house. That's my ultimate. When somebody buys a hard copy of my book, And I sell a lot of books on Kindle. Don't get me wrong. I love the Kindle platform. It's made some very good money off the Kindle platform. But when somebody buys one of my books, and I know that it's in their house, on their shelf, that's pretty exciting. That's what I think. People walk by their bookshelf, and one of my books is on their bookshelf. That's when I feel a big sense of pride. So authors, the big takeaway today: don't be impatient. Um, there's nothing we can do. We can't force sales to happen magically, but you can start chipping away at that with all your actions. So that's my thing to you today: is make sure you're starting to take action. Every day, take a little action. Um, you know, every day, if you just do a little every day, that ends up to a lot. If you do one thing a day, 365 days, at the end of the year, you've done 365 things to promote your book. And they don't have to be huge. They don't have to be life-changing events. They don't have to be, going out and speaking in front of 25,000 people. It can be something as simple as posting it here, trying a new service, using this to promote your book. Maybe going and talking to it at a library, anything like that. Anything you can do to get your name out there and your book out there is going to help to start moving you forward to where you want to be and to start getting sales on your book. So that's the video today for the Book Promotion Library video series. I hope this has been informative for you. As always, send your questions. Anything that you might want me to cover, I will try to do my best. Send me emails. I'd love to answer your mail. I can't get to every piece of mail that I get, but I will try to answer every piece. So that's what I've got to say for you guys today. Have a good one and be a little patient.